Even though right now LaToya is defending Michael, back in December of 1993, she claimed that all the allegations that were made against her brother were true in a press conference held by her then husband. But Joe Jackson, her father, didn't believe a word she said. He claimed that his daughter had been brainwashed, and later LaToya confessed that she was forced to do this and threatened by her then husband, Jack Gordon. Watch our video to learn more about the sad life of LaToya Jackson, the black sheep of the Jackson family. Even though many of us do not know that LaToya was a singer, she was one. However, she was not that successful in comparison to the rest of the family members, since she had always been criticized for her inability to actually sing. The dark side of LaToya's life started when Jack Gordon, in 1987, was hired to manage LaToya alongside her father, Joseph Jackson. LaToya was described by her mother as someone who was pretty conservative, turned into a rebel of the family when Jack took over her management, and the two got married later in 1989. Gordon believed that this marriage happened because he had LaToya's best interests at heart and wanted to save her from her own kidnapping family, but LaToya had a different idea. In the book Michael Jackson Rocked the World and Lives Forever by Jell Jones, it is said that LaToya stated that this decision was unplanned for her and against her wishes. She even tried 3 times to run out of the chapel, but the bodyguards made sure she stayed in. The marriage was said to be only on paper and nothing more, but when LaToya asked for an annulment based on the before-mentioned book, Jack bashed her head against the corner of a hotel table. That is when she was photographed with a black eye, but that was just the beginning of the hell she was going through. LaToya was cut off from all kinds of contact with her family by her husband and started writing an autobiography exposing her family called LaToya, Growing Up in the Jackson Family. Despite what was going on with her marital life, in the book she claims that her father was the one who was abusing her physically. The book was also filled with information about the personal lives of family members like Michael, Janet, and Rebby Jackson, and all the spotlight struggles. Later, the allegations were denied by the family members. Joseph Jackson, the father of the family, in his book claimed that he believes LaToya was brainwashed by Gordon. Catherine, LaToya's mother, and Janet and her sister also believe that Gordon is the one to blame for everything that was happening to LaToya. The truth, as stated by LaToya herself, was that she was suffering from domestic violence all the time. To save LaToya from her family, so to speak, Gordon had his wife's passports confiscated, transferred all the money in her bank accounts to his, and also hired a bodyguard to watch her every move. There was no contact with her family anymore since Gordon even had her phone calls monitored. The violence got worse when in 1993, Gordon allegedly beat LaToya with a brass dining room chair. Jackson said that she was kicked in the mouth with a boot that went right up under her lip and it burst. Even under the severe pain and lying in her own puddle of blood, she remembers that her husband had called his friend saying that he had killed her. Even though Gordon was arrested after this incident, he was released claiming that the case was a self-defense case after his wife LaToya came after him with a knife in her hand. Now that he had LaToya under his thumb, Gordon wanted to destroy the family. In December of 1993, when the allegations against Michael were made, Jack held a press conference in Tel Aviv and made LaToya read a statement that claimed she believed all the allegations against her brother were true. She said, "I cannot and will not be silent collaborator in his crimes against young children." Later, LaToya herself revealed that the press conference happened because she was threatened by Gordon to take the life of Michael and Janet if she wasn't going to follow his orders. LaToya's career, just like her life, was going downhill. Gordon was doing nothing for LaToya's career but to book her disreputable jobs, which made her become a hate figure in the eyes of the public. The last straw for LaToya was when in 1996, Gordon tried to force her to dance at a strip club. That was when she figured that more of his managing to become a successful artist was focused on Gordon planning to feature her in the adult industry. Following this realization, LaToya called her brother Randy and asked him to come help her escape. Days later, she filed for divorce and sued her ex-husband for abuse under the Violence Against Women Act. LaToya decided to go back to the family and make amends with Michael Jackson for claiming that the allegations against him were true. According to LaToya herself, Michael knew that she was forced to do the press conference against him and did not blame her. After all these years, now that the new controversial documentary Leaving Neverland has had its premiere in Sundance, LaToya has stepped up to defend her brother one more time. She said, "Our family is tired. We're very tired. We lost Michael. We lost our father. We're still mourning. We have lost a lot. Just leave us alone. He deserves to rest." What do you guys think about the allegations against Michael Jackson that have resurfaced? Do you believe LaToya was telling the truth back then in the Tel Aviv press conference? Let us know what you think in the comments and join our dazzling family by subscribing to our channel.